Once called Carolinas Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense follows him all the way and shoves him out of bounds. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. No one around. He's got space. To the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
19 Tiger. Take go.
Working inside the red zone. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing it. Caught, nice gain left side. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Trap 60. Come on. Set.
they'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Track at 60.
Setting up a throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Ball taken in at the 36. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. Panthers pick this one up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 27. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Well, positive yardage is positive yardage, and he got what he could before getting out. But it still leaves him short of the first after what looked like a broken play.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Panthers football.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
They'll run here on first down. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers grow their early lead to 13. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this one to Watkins. And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down. Punting unit out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Pass play coming here. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming.
Here we go.
Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running left, here's Walker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. He'll look to throw. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 10.
14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
2nd and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. Breaks through, and he might break away. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Dumped off to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. They'll hand it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds past midfield. They managed 20. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's a throw. He intercepts the pass. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it. But
now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. But same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes out to the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Panthers might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his man Rice. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down. That's incomplete left side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Again, the throw now on second and 10. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Walker hauls it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
In a good spot here, second and inches.
Here we go, sack.
Still sticking with the passing game. Oh no, they get him yet again! Through the defense he goes, room to burn! At the 20! And he makes the Heffs go! It's a touchdown on the pick six! You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers push the lead to 20. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
I'm not flying. Let's go now.
Handoff running left, Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs?
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense. You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense, just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Second and 10 now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They go play action here. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks drop the lead back to 13. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Completed to his running back. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And that's good for a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Hauled in by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Another carry for him. Oh, he loses the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, that's just
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. This one's caught. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. So after figuring out the flag, now.
Ready.
Even with the assist from that defense, still 3rd down here.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Check smash.
Man in motion here.
Check go.
They want to run it across. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fields the hard squib kick. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing it again on 2nd down. Legette's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Looking for a throw here. Oh, brother. It's another interception. And the Panthers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers put up even more points in a win. Now the PAT try coming up. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'd say some frustrations at the deficit bleeding over onto the field as they get rung up for the personal foul.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Frustration and emotion, right? You got to play with emotion, but you can't let emotion play you, and especially when you're digging out of a hole like they are.
And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Seahawks 35. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tag. Go.
Now a give on the counter. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They give it to him again. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Ready.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Let's go now.
He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here. 3rd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Carolina in punt formation. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play.
Ready up.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Called in left side. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He has the first over the middle, and they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play, and it sets up Seattle with 1st down. They'll throw it again. Connects with fans. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB a tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. And they pick him off again. And the Panthers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Back-to-back carries here. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers moments away from their 4th win of the year. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Now looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. A bit of desperation on the... They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Seattle! So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Panthers secure that kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to the well again. On the move into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, If you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
The give here on second. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. So the Panthers guard the